Let me fix y'all. Okay. What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is. This your girl Tati from the Tati Squad. And I'm coming back with another video. So, this is actually going to be a labor and delivery vlog because your girl had her son, her baby boy. He's actually in his car seat right there because we just came back from an appointment. So, I'm going to... I told y'all in my last video, which was like a month ago, that the hospital would not let me record. They said I can take pictures, but I couldn't record. So, I'm basically going to tell y'all how it all went down, okay? So, they were telling me that it was a high-risk pregnancy because he was measuring on the smaller side. They said he had IUGR. Before I get started, like this video. What am I doing? Like this video. Comment down below what other videos you want me to see now that pregnancy is over with. I can do, other videos and do other stuff and blase, blase, blase. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any new videos. And let's go ahead and get started. So, like I was saying, they told me that he had IUGR because he was measuring on the small side. So, I had to do the non-stress test and all this other stuff that I had to do along with it. They were going to induce me November 19th because I would have been 38 weeks. Yeah, I was going to be 38 weeks, so they were going to induce me. So when I got up to the hospital, I had to be there at 8 in the morning. When I got there at 8 in the morning, they took my blood, and did all this other stuff. And then the midwife came in and was like, don't mind the child in the background. I'm so sorry. What was I saying? But the midwife came in and was like, oh, I'm sorry. The midwife came in and was like, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So the midwife came in and basically was like, well, he's not measuring on the small side anymore. He was 5 pounds and 7 ounces at that time. They were like, he's not measuring on the, small side anymore. He gained his weight, so you're not IUGR. It's not a high-risk pregnancy. That baby keeps crying. So they basically were like, we're not going to induce you because you're only 38 weeks and it's not a high-risk pregnancy. So you can come back the next week. So when I tell y'all that I was so pissed off because I just wanted to be induced and meet my baby boy, I was so pissed off. I basically bucked at the nurses and midwives, and it was just... So basically, fast forward to, I wasn't induced until the 27th of November. So the 27th came. They took my blood, did all this other stuff, got into a gown. I was 1 centimeter dilated and 60% effaced when they checked me. So they put this little balloon up my cervix, to make me dilate 4 to 5 centimeters. So they put that in at 10 something. I was there at 8 something. They didn't start everything until like 10. So 10 they put in the balloon, and you have to keep it in for 12 hours unless it falls out by itself. So it didn't fall out by itself. So by like 11 something that night, they took the balloon out, and I was 5 centimeters dilated. So during this whole 12 hours, I was having contractions and like a lot of pressure, like down in my pelvic area. And it was just, it hurt so bad. So they wind up giving me this medicine that they put in the IV. It makes you feel kind of like drunk, kind of, sort of like druggish. And I was like, I didn't really want to get the epidural. I was trying to go natural. So I was like, okay, so let me just take that. I'm so sorry. I have people over, so if y'all hear stuff in the background, that's them. But they gave me this medicine in the IV. It was like a pain reliever. They was like, you can take that, the epidural, or laughing gas. But they were like, I wouldn't recommend the epidural until actual labor kicks in. So I was like, okay, let me just get the IV. I waited it off. But around like 4-ish, 5-ish in the afternoon, I couldn't take it anymore. So it was still bearable, but it hurt really bad. So I was like, okay. So I took the medicine that was in the IV, and I felt so druggish, like almost immediately. And my child's father had to help me go to the bathroom, had to help me do all this stuff because I just was out of it. So fast forward to 11 something that night, they took out the balloon and I was 5 centimeters dilated. Um, that's when they didn't start the Pitocin until about 12-ish, almost 1. So my child's father wound up leaving. My mom wound up coming. But before my mom came, I was on the phone with my child's father. They put the Pitocin in. So the Pitocin, like I can actually feel the contractions. And I was on the phone with my child's father, and I was just, we were just talking because I was going to stay on the phone with him until, while everything was going on. I didn't have the epidural at this time, mind you. So I'm sitting there, we were on the phone, and all of a sudden I feel like a pop. I thought that was my child's head though, but then I was like, no, I felt a pop, and it was a whole bunch of water. And I thought I peed on myself, but when you can hold your urine. So I was trying to hold it, and I couldn't hold it, so I was like, oh, my water broke. So I wound up telling my child's father that my water broke. He was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. It was like, as soon as I leave, something was going to happen. So I was like, he was like, let me call your mom. So he wound up calling my mom, telling her. So my mom wound up coming to the hospital, and the nurse came in. It was like as soon as my water broke, contractions hit like that. When I tell you, they hurt so bad, I could not, I needed that epidural. So the nurse came in, and I'm telling the nurse, begging the nurse, it hurts too bad. I need the epidural. I need the epidural. I need the epidural. She was like, this is just the beginning. It's going to get worse after this. And I'm like, I know. That's why I need the epidural. Just give it to me. So I had to wait for the anesthesiologist to come in, and it took about 15-20 minutes. So I wanted my mom there with me while I had the epidural, but I just couldn't wait any longer. So while they were telling me what was going to happen with the epidural, my mom wound up coming in, which was such a relief. So my mom is on this side of me, and on the left side, and the nurse is right here on the right side. And the anesthesiologist, was putting the epidural, the needle in and stuff. And as he was putting it in, he was rubbing the spot so it didn't hurt. It didn't really hurt that bad. And I was so nervous because I heard epidurals hurt so bad and that you can get paralyzed and all this other stuff. Guys, it does not hurt that bad. If they know what they're doing, it does not hurt that bad, I guarantee you. It's like a pinch, burning sensation, and that is all. It honestly doesn't hurt that bad. So, after my mom saw the needle, and she wound up almost passing out because she saw the needle. So after we got the epidural, I didn't feel my right side at all, but I still felt my left side. So I was telling the nurse, I can still feel the contraction stuff on my left. She was like, okay, well, let's turn you around. So I turned around, time went by, and I couldn't feel anything at all. So I slept real good, slept throughout the night. They kept coming in, checking me. I was dilated once. I was only dilating 1 centimeter every 3 hours. So around 6 something, my child's father wound up coming back to the hospital. My mom stayed at the hospital overnight with me. So I think it was 7 something. They checked me again, and I think I was 7. No, I was 6. No, they didn't check me until 8 or 9 or something like that, and I was 7 centimeters. No, I was 6 centimeters. So I was 6 centimeters. So around 11 something, they were like, okay, we need to up her Pitocin because there's progression, but it's not as much. So we need to up her Pitocin. So they upped my Pitocin, and an hour later, I felt really bad pressure in my butt, and I thought I had to poop. And I was telling the lady, like, I was crying because it hurt so bad, and I was trying to do the epidural because the epidural was wearing off. And the lady was like, it's a lot of pressure, and I was like, yes, it's a lot. She checked. She was like, oh, I definitely feel the baby's head. Okay, you're 10 centimeters. So she got the nurse. My mom and the child's father was in the room with me while I was pushing, and it hurt so bad. I was crying. I could, like, it just hurt so bad. So he wound up coming out. I was pushing for about 30 minutes. He wound up coming out. He was 6 pounds, 1 ounce. I had no stitches at all. And that is basically the story. I'm going to show you guys. Hold on.